What's up, Buffs Nation, and welcome into Buffs News Weekly Live. And it is Tuesday, January 6th, 8 p.m. local mountain time. And welcome to all the people watching out there. Appreciate you guys for joining. Hey, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so that you can be in the know when we go live. It helps out the channel. I appreciate all of you guys. And what a day it was for Colorado. Another fantastic day in the portal with some great additions on the defensive side of the ball. That was the name of the game today. Defense, defense, defense. And we got some more defenses out there. Appreciate you, Kai, for the happy birthday message and all that here. So appreciate you guys and what you're doing. Yeah, guys, it's been a good day. It's been a good day overall. A lot of big additions to this team today, and the Buffs aren't going to be done. Okay, now whether or not they're done tonight, I'm not sure. I've been waiting on another commit to drop tonight. Was told that it wasn't going to come tonight. Then I was told it was going to come tonight. Have not seen anything. The later it gets, the more I feel like it's not going to happen, because I don't know why you would wait until this late at night for a big commit and a big announcement. So it might be tomorrow instead. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. We've got, trust me, I know what's in the pipeline for Colorado. I know what's going on behind the scenes with that. We've got some big name players still to come. I'm telling you, Coach Box, Coach Marion, Coach Prime, the whole staff have got things really, really cooking up in Boulder. So they have, Lil Bucket, been doing that. I just feel like this specific commit is not one that you drop late at night. I feel like Colorado is smart enough to get the most out of their commitment announcements. And while, yes, they did drop one fairly late last night, if I remember right correctly, you know, I feel like this one is one that you want to hit in quote unquote prime time when it comes to the football world. So there's still more guys on the way, but let's jump right in, guys. Let's take a look at who we added today and how the day kind of went. We started with a little bit of a surprising one, okay? I would say this one was surprising to a lot of people. I don't know if you watched DNVR today. They also said the same thing. It was one that I don't think a lot of people realized we were going to get. And honestly, probably one of the most important defensive linemen that we got in the transfer portal. Not taking away anything, by the way, from the other players we got. We got some absolute amazing people. And, you know, that's just where it's at. So, Santana Hopper, 6'2", 265. Absolutely fantastic year for Tulane. Graded out as an 80. Again, if you're new to the channel, I use PFF here, not as a end-all, be-all, not anything like that. It is a visual representation of the player so we can talk about him, because the big thing that I want to say about it is I can't show film of these players. I can't show you the film. Can't show the film breakdown. YouTube is very quick to copyright strike that. So again, I will be throughout the transfer portal, I'll be talking about why I'm using PFF. I'm not saying this is the end all be all. Film trumps PFF. And if I'm being honest, for instance, a player that we already got in the defensive player of the year for the FCS from Mercer, his PFF grades weren't the greatest, but if you watch the tape on what he was able to do against an opponent like Auburn and what he was able to do against other games, absolutely looks fantastic. So grade is not everything that it wants to here. But Santana Hopper, you can see, let's go through some of the stats, okay, guys? Let's go through some of the stats. 660 snaps That's unbelievable. Absolutely love that. And then we've got 39 tackles, 4 sacks, 12 quarterback hits, 23 pressures. Missed tackle only at a 13.9 with 23 stops. Okay. Absolute monster numbers for Santana Hopper. One of the best defensive linemen in the entire transfer portal, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay. To start the day off with Santana Hopper, that was just a great start out for Colorado, and it was just a great way for things to get going today. The second one, and probably one of my most exciting, additions to Colorado, Gideon Espin. That's right. His middle name is Espin, spelled ESPN, pronounced Espin, but truthfully, it represents ESPN, as his parents, his dad, gave him that middle name. But Gideon Lampron, one of the guys, the moment he hit the portal, guys, the moment that Lampron hit the portal, I wanted him bad, okay? And an absolute dog. If you guys haven't seen it already, there is a video on my channel that I posted earlier today. I interviewed a FCS scout, Brian Govan, okay? Go check out that interview. Absolutely loved getting to chat with Brian. Go follow him, by the way, on all socials. He does scouting and cut-ups for FCS, Division II, NAIA, all the lower levels. He stays away from Power 4 because there's enough for Power 4, okay? And so all these guys that we're getting that are not necessarily Power 4 players, although Gideon Lampron, technically Bowling Green is FBS at least, but he also started out his career at Dayton. Okay, so my man Brian Govan has been following him since his time at Dayton. Look at those grades, by the way, last year at Dayton. Okay, so Gideon Lampron has been absolutely dominating play wherever he's gone. Absolutely excited. Okay, absolutely excited for him to join the team. And one thing that I want to pull from that interview that I absolutely love that you guys need to pay attention to when it comes to Gideon Lampron, Gideon was a captain for Bowling Green. He was a leader. He was the guy that would carry the play calls. He was the dot middle linebacker. He got the mic. He is a true leader. And I think he is absolutely definitely going to be the day one starter for Colorado at middle linebacker. Now, I'm working with this, and we'll talk about the next guy in a second, okay? But I think that we're not done bringing in linebackers. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But I think that we will be bringing in other linebackers, guys. Okay, so don't sleep on that. Know that we need to bring other ones in because we're so low there already. But we are definitely going to see some more linebackers overall. Okay, so pay attention to that. Be interesting to see if that's what's happening. Okay. So Gideon Lampron, a little bit about him. Like I said, 6 foot, 220. He is the prototypical linebacker, guys. Based on the scouting report that I got earlier today from that video, not necessarily a sideline to sideline. He's close. Does not have the speed to cover that. And his weakness, what he needs to work on a little bit, is going to be his coverage. Here, his coverage grade 69.7, but it was well known that he needs to work on that part of his game to become an all-around linebacker. However, where he stands and how he's developing, the scout had absolute great things to say and said he is going to be an NFL draft pick when everything is said and done. So absolutely unbelievable that we're able to get him. And look at this, guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has 2 years of eligibility as well. So that can be something really important here. Even though it says draft eligible next year, I think he's got 2 years of eligibility left. So we could have him for 2 years, which would be absolutely unbelievable. A little bit about him stat-wise. We got 19 tackles, 3 sacks. I think this is all off, by the way. Sorry, 95 tackles. That was 19 pressures, 3 sacks, 95 tackles. Look at this, guys. This is what I want to highlight because this is a stat that does translate really well. As a linebacker, his missed tackling percentage was an 11.3%, guys. Okay. Look at how many of these games that he sat at 0%. Okay. And he made tackles in those games. Okay. He didn't just sit there and not make tackles. Sorry, where are we at? Yeah. Look at that. 7, 9. Okay. 3 tackles there. 11 tackles, no missed. 6 no miss, 6 no miss, 7 no missed, okay? And the only games where he really saw some miss was in the games that he had very, very high tackles. Okay, so absolutely big get for Colorado with this guy. Hey, he is going to be, like I said, your day one starter. Now, the question is, will Tyler Martinez be the starter, or could another addition possibly be the starter for Colorado? Okay. Tyler Martinez, 6'2", 225, so similar size to Gideon Lampron. Okay, little bit more raw. Okay, a little bit less on the play this year. I believe he had some injury issues this year, which is why his snaps were down. You can see that he had a pretty good season last year at New Mexico State, 777. So yeah. Very excited to see what Tyler Martinez can do here. I think he is a little bit more of a speed linebacker from everything I've heard. So between him and Lampron, they could be a nice pair. But again, I have a feeling that Colorado is trying to cook for a little bit more and a little bit more competition in the linebacker room. And I absolutely love that right now. Okay. So there's that. Pretty big deal overall. Excited to see what happens there with Tyler Martinez. Last commit today was Justin Eaglin, defensive back, cornerback, JMU, 6'1", 175, guys. Okay. Absolutely fantastic defensive back. I think he's going to fit in really well. At the moment, based on who we have on this roster, he's your cornerback number 1. Okay, it's plain and simple, cornerback number 1 when it comes to this team. However, he is not going to be the only defensive back. I will also throw out a mention that 24/7 has crystal balled Notre Dame transfer Cree Thomas to Colorado. If you missed that one, let me pull up Cree, especially because you got a crystal ball from him, so we can talk about him and his crystal ball from 24/7. So played sparingly in his true freshman year at Notre Dame. Cree Thomas, 6'1", 189. I love the size. And again, with the team, if he signs, the moment he signs, he's most likely going to be cornerback number 2 for Colorado. So that's 2 guys. But again, Colorado is in on a number of other defensive backs. Okay. So those are your guys for the day. Okay. Some really, really great players. And that's absolutely fantastic work by Coach Corey, Coach Prime, Brennan Marion. And guys, another thing that was confirmed today, which again, if you were on my show yesterday, broke in the middle of the show, that is the addition on the staff to Coach Josh Niblett. For those of you out there that don't know who Josh Niblett is, just a little bit of a quick summary. Legendary high school football coach in both Alabama and Georgia, currently at Georgia. Currently is one of the top paid high school coaches in the country, leaves that cushy high school job to come to Boulder and be a part of the staff as the tight ends coach. Now, here's what's really important when it comes to that, okay? When it comes to Josh Niblett and why he is on the staff and what he is going to bring, what is the number one thing that you guys complain about and say you want more than anything? You guys tell me all the time, I want high school recruits. Josh Niblett, legendary high school coach, has a connection to high school players. Okay, through high school players. He is going to help out a ton with that. And I've already been told that he is working the transfer portal to go after guys that he coached back in high school that are in the portal right now. There are a number of players that match up with that description. So be on the lookout for those additions in the next couple of days as potential ads for Colorado. And we'll talk more about that here in the upcoming days. But Josh Niblett already making a impact as he resigns from his high school job officially today and becomes the tight ends coach at Colorado. Okay, so there is that as well. The last thing that I will throw out there based on the news that I have available for you guys, I'll just throw this out there. I've got some names, but I'll wait for them to be confirmed. But I will tell you that the defense is adding another coach, and the position that coach will be coaching, it looks like, is going to be the safeties. The Buffs will be hiring a safeties coach. For those of you that might be questioning or asking, why is Colorado adding a safeties coach? Who's the safeties coach now, or who was the safeties coach? The answer to that is Robert Livingston. Okay. Robert Livingston is going to now focus solely on being a defensive coordinator and not having to focus on the safeties and the safeties room, which you guys should be very happy about. Now, I will say the names that I was given when it comes to the safeties coach, it's not going to be this one. Okay, I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. It's not Ed Reed. Okay, they are two very good coaches. I think either coach, the whole fan base would be very excited for. That's all I'm going to say. And when it happens, we'll talk about it more deeper and talk to you about where that came from. It's also not Von Bell. He is already on the staff as, I believe, he's just an analyst background coach. Not a big deal. Von Bell has, by the way, been there since the middle of last year. You guys you guys did not pay attention very well with the Von Bell stuff. Like, he was literally on well-off videos all season long. Some people called it out, but Von Bell had already been there. Okay, that's not new. Okay, Aqib Talib saying that, not new. That's not who the safeties coach is going to be. But I will let you know, trust me, when you hear or it comes out or I have confirmation of who it is, I will tell you guys and we can have that conversation. But the two guys that are coming through the safeties coaches room, you guys are going to be impressed with both of them. Okay. I will tell you both of them have coaching experience. Okay. I will say that. Both candidates have coaching experience because Von Bell is doing something else and the safeties coaches they will be bringing in are technically better than Von Bell. Okay, guys. It's not Ed Reed. It's not Von Bell. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. It's not Ed Reed. It's not Von Bell. Okay? So there's that. So let's see what happens next. Okay. No, he will not. Please, people, stop saying that Von Bell is our new safeties coach when I did not say that. Okay. We got people commenting on the video on Twitter. You guys are throwing out there rumors. Von Bell is not the safeties coach. Stop saying it. Okay. I will say Mathis is still the cornerbacks coach. That is correct. Okay. I'll leave you at that. Now I will let you know, I did get a little bit of information just now. The commit that was looking like a commit tonight is making one more visit before they make their decision tomorrow. Okay. So a little bit of stuff, is going to, be changing quickly. We will see what happens. Okay. So the player that was supposed to commit tonight, is taking one more visit tomorrow because of a last minute push by a team. I'll say I'm not too worried about it. I will say I'm not too worried about it. So there's that. Okay. But there are some big guys still coming on a visit. Okay. So hopefully that is some good stuff. We'll find out, guys. We still have a lot of commits to get to. One thing I do want to point out, I don't remember if I pointed this out yesterday or not. I think I've pointed this out elsewhere. Again, let me know if I already said this yesterday, but here's the thing with what's going on right now with the team and kind of the strategy for CU. Okay. The strategy for CU is get these guys on a visit, get them to commit on the spot. Okay. They are not trying to let people walk out the building and go anywhere else. The reason for that is they want to get them going, they want to get them set, and they want to get them on board right away. Okay, so they want them in class Thursday. Thursday is the start of class at CU. I posted that previously. Classes start Thursday. That doesn't mean that's the end. That doesn't mean you can't add guys after that, because you can add guys all the way up till the add drop date, which is another week. Okay, so they have until next week to officially sign. However, they're wanting to get these guys in as quick as possible in class on Thursday so that they can start working with Andrew Swayze and the strength and conditioning team to get prepped for next year. Okay, and a majority of the guys who have signed will be here this week. But that is what's going on here. Now, if they walk out, they're not committing. That's usually true. I'm telling you guys, on two of the players that have just walked through the doors this season, or this week today, I should say, two of them are still in play. But again, we'll know probably within 24 hours. We will know within 24 hours. Yeah. We got enough. We got enough. Hawaii Chris, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Yo, Russ, it's crazy. We still need 40 more players. How much of that 20 million we got left? Let's make a huge splash. Signing box is cooking. There's still more guys on the way. I'll let you know this, okay? Very interesting strategy, too, by the team at Colorado on how they're announcing these players. They decided, I don't know if you guys noticed this, they have been announcing the players in position groups. Has anybody else noticed that? You had Damian Henderson and Jaquil announced together, running backs. Then they had the receivers announced together. Then they had all of the defensive linemen announced all in a row together. Even Hooper, he was announced this morning first thing. He was a part of the big group that got announced last night. So they're spreading things out. So we're going to see some more announcements tomorrow morning throughout the day. But we're right now on DBs. The last room to get announced as far as commits go is the O-line. Okay? So that's what's going to happen up next. I just love this kind of stuff and ignorant stuff. You can tell somebody doesn't watch ball. You can tell somebody doesn't watch ball. We've got an FCS G5 All-Star team. This isn't just any FCS players, but sure. Let's just not care about that. Let's not care about who we got added. So, Keith, I think you saw the writing on the wall. The running backs that have been added, the running backs that might get added. That's where it's at. Okay. So unfortunate. He never really could figure out what we were going to do with him, how to use him. I hope he goes on to someplace where he can play really well. Okay. I really, really do hope that he can go someplace and play really well. So there's that. Guys, I already see all you guys in the chat throwing out names and stuff. I'll confirm it once it happens. Oh gosh. Hawaii Chris, $2 super chat. How many players are going to get stuck in the portal? Somebody put out a number because we're over 9,000 kids in the portal as of right now, guys. Okay, there are not that many jobs available out there, at least not in the top levels. So there's going to be a lot of kids that are going to be without something. Russ, how many more new coaches are we expecting? I think just the one more. I think the safety is what they're working on right now, if I'm being honest. We obviously have a new linebackers coach, a new OC, new tight end, new running backs coach. I mean, that's a pretty decent amount of turnover overall. And I do love the fact that Colorado is being smart with giving Robert Livingston just full DC and letting him focus on that and not thinking anything else of it. Okay. Nobody's okay. You get one more chance at this. You get one more chance at this, you get banned. Nobody's saying that we are equal to Texas Tech. Okay. But calling us FCS school and name calling and calling us trash at this point, that's not smart either. It's not smart either. Okay. Last time I checked, Indiana's still in the playoffs and Texas Tech isn't. And last thing I checked, Texas Tech did the same thing they're doing right now last year, and Indiana's doing the same thing that we did. So let's wait and see what happens next year. Okay. Right now, yeah, Texas Tech is absolutely throwing the bag at every top player in the portal. Hopefully that works out for them. Hopefully that works out for them. You gotta wonder to me, what happens if this keeps happening at Tech? Who's getting fired? Who's not donating anymore? Who's holding back money and holding them hostage if they don't win? It'd be very interesting because I've been hearing that a lot of donors in college football landscape are starting to get donor fatigue with not winning. They expect a national championship if they're going to pour that kind of money into it. What else you guys got here? Let's see. I noticed you said by position groups. Not necessarily Mark Pete. Not necessarily. Again, we have so many more players that we need to add. I meant more of they've been announcing these guys based on like the first round of visits that happened. And so that's a big part of it. Like, I'll let you guys in on this, okay? I spoke to Gideon Lampron yesterday. He was in Boulder yesterday, okay? He committed yesterday. They didn't announce it till today, okay? They didn't announce it till today. So just a little bit of news. They're withholding commitments for a bit, okay? So just know that. And just know that there are players who have been on visits. There are players that have been in Boulder that you guys don't even know about, that Colorado most likely already has commits for. So again, Colorado is withholding commits for these specific things. I don't know if they're going to do the position groups again and rotate that again through, or after this initial round of recruits, then they're just going to start throwing in stuff after that gets cleared. Okay. Eric, I think we have a very good shot at both of them. Okay. I think we have a very good shot at both of them. I'll go ahead and say that is a no. Okay. Ernest wasn't a secret. I don't know about commit. Ernest was on campus. I don't know what happened with that. Just so you guys know, another player that was on campus today that did not commit with us, that went elsewhere, was quarterback Caden Pinnock. Okay, UC Davis quarterback, put up a ton of yards, put up a ton of stats. He was on campus. He committed to, I believe, Washington State at this point, which is good for him. He's going to go someplace he can start. I will tell you that the team told him, like, hey, make a decision. He was thinking about Colorado. But when it just came down to it, he just did not want to back up Julian Lewis. Okay, he wanted to get the start. Don't blame him. That's what he's doing. Okay, so that's where that player is right now. Okay, so that is what's going on with that. Yeah, that's about it. Oh my gosh, guys. What is this? This can't be real. Not a Colorado thing, by the way. I'm not going to tease you about that. Not a Colorado thing. Good God, man. Sam Levitt is getting around. It sounds like Sam Levitt to LSU is not a lock anymore. as he is going to be taking a visit per On3 as of a couple 15 minutes ago. Sam Levitt is heading to Tennessee on a visit. Dang. That's kind of crazy. Sam Levitt doing a tour, man. Pretty cool overall. Excited to see what happens there. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go to the I thought he was going to LSU too. But now all of a sudden he's taking a visit to Tennessee out of nowhere. So, just touring the country. Enjoying that free trip. Yeah, I love that. Just getting those miles. Guys, just so you guys know, a couple things about Benton. He's been out 2 years with injury. Chidoze's been trying to do him a solid for 2 years to get him to Colorado, to get him to different places. Okay? The team's already looked at him multiple times. I don't know if we're going to grab him or not. But he's been out injured for 2 years. And you guys are all going really hard on him. Pascal, are you concerned about CJ's history with injury? Do you think CU will get a couple more power forward? To the power four guys, yes, we will get a couple more power four guys. To CJ's injury history, I think that's also why they went out and got Damian Henderson and Jaquil. Okay, they have the running backs that if we grabbed CJ Baxter and he had injury issues, Colorado would be fine. Guys. Okay. So I think that's I think that's a big deal if it's there. Let's see. What else do I want to address here? Like, if we get him, we get him. I don't think he's a priority right now, guys. Okay. I'm sure the team has done their due diligence on the guy from Chidoze. That's where it's at. Okay. By the way, Chapa is getting interest from Boise State. Just throwing that out there. He's not going to an FCS school, I will tell you that. What else we got here? Yep, bingo, Shelly. That is what we're talking about. Yeah, Cam, I could say that. I mean, I remember when he came, just the speed, the athleticism, the ability. Here we go with Zell. It literally is what every player that's getting pulled out of the portal is right now. I mean, a majority of the players that are getting signed are G5 and FCS. So saying nobody wants G5 and FCS is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Okay? You guys are funny. As long as Danny's coming, it's a go. JoJo and Gibson can play the slot. Cam says he can play the slot, but he also likes to play both outside, inside. So there's that as well. He whines everywhere. He's going to stay on that side, though. He better hope that this team fails. He better be cheering for this team to fail next year. He better cheer for this team to fail next year so that he can rub it in everyone's face and celebrate that this team is a loser. Because that's what people do. That's what a lot of people on Twitter do who claim to be Buffs fans, who can't be happy for anything this team does. And then all of a sudden they do well and they're happy. And it's like, well, where was that energy earlier? But if they're bad, they're like, see, I knew what I was talking about. I knew it. I knew what was happening. I love the chat today. You guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. Like I said, all this stuff is fluid at all times until it's announced, until it's posted. Things can change. Things can change. But let's see what happens with some of these players that are expected to sign here shortly. Yeah, the chat is live. I will tell you that. That happens. Kevin, they don't need to hit on 75%. That's dumb math. Think about it. If you bring in 50 guys, how many people play on a damn football field? Can we do math today? Can we do math? Can we do math? Okay? How many people are on a football field? Anybody in the chat want to help Kevin out on how many people we put on the football field? Okay? Anybody? Anybody want to throw that out there in the chat? Just throw it out there, please. Please, somebody. Somebody tell me they know how many players go on a football field. Okay? Oh, and also our transfer ranking is absolutely bogus. Every time we've added a player, the ranking goes down. So there's that as well. Okay? 11.5. Oh, I love it. Okay, but needless to say, okay, you got 12 on offense. Or, sorry, 12. You got 12 on offense, 12 on defense. Okay? Not true. Not true. Yeah, but again, it's not 75%. It's not 75%. You got 11. Okay, 22 guys total. You got a few rotational players. Okay, so 24. Let's say 35. Can anybody tell me what the math is of 35 divided by 50 newcomers? Not to mention that doesn't include the guys that are already here who will be starting. Not all these portal players are going to play. It's late at night, guys. It's late at night. Long day. But like 75% of 50 of 60 guys, you need 22, 30 guys. Let's say 30 guys. 30 guys. 30 guys that you need to have play on the field. Not to mention that includes Seton and Juju. Okay, so 28 guys. 28 out of 50, that's a little over 50%. Okay, so I would agree with Todd here. I would say you got to hit on 50% of your guys. Yeah, you do. If you want to compete at the top level, 50% is going to do it. 50% is going to do it. But saying you got to hit on 75% of these guys is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then you can see why it's happening. We're not broke. We're not broke. I will tell you this. I guess I haven't said this part. Here's your insider information for the night. Okay? Here's the insider information. Colorado got some big donations in the last couple days. I will tell you that Fernando Lovo, the new athletic director, has made the donors extremely happy. And I don't know if you guys saw this. Can we talk about Fernando Lovo's contract? If Lovo can raise $25 million by June, he gets a $200,000 bonus. I don't know about you guys, but houses in Boulder are not cheap. That $200,000 is going to be a nice down payment on that house he's going to buy. So all I'll tell you is from what I heard, he has connected with a couple of very big donors that have not donated in a while, that have not been connected to the program because they have just been disconnected, and he has reconnected them. I'll leave it at that. But Fernando Lovo's cooking. Fernando Lovo is cooking. I think a lot of people are sleeping on what kind of addition that was. And I will say this, because I know someone's going to say this. If they hear that Fernando Lovo's doing well, they're going to be like, oh, Rick George must have been sleeping, or Rick George didn't do enough. That's not the case. That's not it at all. Okay, guys? Sometimes you just need new leadership. And honestly, Rick George felt that way. Rick George, part of the reason that he decided to finally make the call to retire, to step down, to do all that, was because he just thought that they needed some new blood for this new era of college football. Give Rick George his flowers, because for the era that he was a part of, he set CU up for success. From adding Coach Prime to helping to navigate leaving the Pac-12 so we weren't stuck in that issue. Okay, we give Rick George his flowers. Fernando Lovo takes over this new era of college football where money is king, and he is already on the run for that. I will let you guys know that. Okay? And by the way, he gets that same bonus every year if he increases that amount. I think it's like starts, I think the first 2 years is like 25 million. And then I think it goes to like 28 million and then 30 million. And then like the last couple of months of his contract. So if he doubles up 1 year, he's going to be able to get a big payday. Okay. A big payday. What up, David? By the way, guys, David and I already talked. We're going to try and do a buff blitz tomorrow night with all the portal stuff that is happening. Okay? So be on the lookout for that show tomorrow night, usually at our normal time, 7 p.m. So keep that up. Bingo. Thank you for using your super chat for good. $4.99 from Alexander. I'll rather these FCS dogs than bounce back we've been getting. Keep up the great coverage. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I will keep up the coverage. It's been a lot of fun today, working the phones, getting connections, finding out who they said. It's good stuff, guys. It's good stuff. Colorado is in a much better position. Colorado is doing great. I'm telling you guys, you know, okay? You know that things are looking up when you see the players that they're getting in the portal. Okay, the players, when the whole dust settles and you look at this whole portal class, you're going to say to yourself, you can see that Colorado did spend money on this class. Okay, people are going to say, oh, they just got FCS guys. Oh, they got, G5 rejects. They got all this stuff. They went cheap. These guys were not cheap. These guys are not cheap. Okay, the talent that they got out of the portal did not come super cheap. It's why we got a lot of the players that we did. Rev is not wrong. When it all closes and when the dust settles, everyone's going to be shocked. Appreciate you, Rev, for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Okay? I really, truly do. Okay, and here, Cam, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna temper expectations. Okay, everybody, I'm going to temper expectations out there for everybody. Okay, and I think David can probably agree with this as well. I know that I keep bringing up Indiana and all that. I think Indiana is definitely what you strive for. But if I'm being truthful, the team that I think Colorado will mimic the most is going to be Houston. And for those of you that haven't paid attention, Houston ended up finishing in a top 25 position. Okay, and they added, I think, 60, 70 guys in the portal last year, and they did exactly what we're doing now. They went after FCS demons. They went after G5 demons. They went after the lower level demons, sprinkled in with some Power 4 players that fit properly, and that's what they did. Okay? So Indiana obviously is the gold standard. The gold standard when it comes to what they are able to do, obviously, now, being able to go after a national championship. But I think Houston's also another example of where this can work. Okay, so if we crush it and we kill it and everything works out, hey, could we be a Big 12 champ contender? Sure we could. Sure we could. Be an amazing turnaround. I mean, that would definitely shut a lot of people up. Actually, it wouldn't. Let's be honest. The prime haters are always going to be there. The prime haters are always going to be there. And that's just going to be the way it is. So there's that. He's not going to the NFL, guys. We already talked about. We're not talking about that. So there's that, guys. Yeah. So money wise, we're good. What we're adding, we're great. I'm telling you, go watch the video that I posted earlier today. Okay, please go watch the video that I posted with Brian Govin. He had a lot to say. We talked about Scudero. We talked about who all we talked about? We talked about Lampron. We talked about two guys that are coming on a visit later this week that has already been announced, guys. That is Eric Christensen and Andrew Zock. Those are two guys that he talked about, really liked. And then the last player we talked about, who did we talk about? Shoot. Anene, the North Dakota State defensive lineman, Anene. Okay, so go check out that video. He does a great breakdown of all those players. He's been watching those players for a few years. He is very excited for what we grabbed, guys. The skill and ability of those players is extremely, extremely high. He said the one thing that the big guys need, so Anene needs, Christensen needs, Zock could use a little bit. He said that those guys could use just a little bit of power for love when it comes to conditioning, food, nutrition, strength, all of that stuff, which is why I think that it's good they're coming in early. It's good they're coming in early. Okay. So there is that as well. Okay. So check out that video. Happily would love you to do that. Let's tell you guys a little bit about the schedule coming up. I already told you, David and I will do a show. Zoc is coming, I believe tomorrow. They announced it on 3. Okay. That one was officially announced. So that wasn't like an information thing that I got. Zoc was announced where he was going. Yeah, it's later on this week. So it's either tomorrow or Thursday. But Andrew Zock is on his way, is going to be coming to Colorado here shortly. Same with Eric Christensen. Okay, same with Eric Christensen as well. So 2 great guys coming when it comes to that. Keep an eye on that. Okay, keep an eye on that. Okay, guys, the rest of the schedule. If something breaks big time, if the player that I'm thinking about, the 2 players that I'm thinking about that should be committing here in the next 24 hours, if they commit, we'll probably go live once I know a little bit more. And that's what's going to happen there. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Buff Blitz. We'll talk about the transfer portal, the guys we've been added, who we're excited about. We'll do some fun things with that. So pay attention to that as well. I'm going to call it a night, guys. It's my birthday. I'm going to go have an earlier night. And we'll do that. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. We're doing a show tomorrow night. Just like the old Bluff Blitz during the season. We're going to come back for that. We will be there for it. So appreciate you guys so much. Love the love at the beginning of the chat. Love the love here at the end. Yeah, I love that Gideon's middle name is pronounced Espen, not ESPN. Mama see most of them. I think almost all of the freshman recruits are coming. I know Preston Ashley's already on campus. I know Rodney Colton's already on campus. Yeah, I saw they all posted it. They moved in today, just so you guys know. They moved in today. Appreciate you guys again. Love all the happy birthday messages. Thank you guys again. Love having a birthday. He does pronounce it like Anchorman, which is hilarious. I appreciate all you guys coming here. Yeah, the FCS kids will be enrolling. That's why they pushed them early. That's why they're still pushing them early. Okay. They have till Thursday. They got to get them in class on Thursday so they can get to work. They can get to work. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Hey, all love. I'll see you guys sometime tomorrow. Until then, for Buffs News Weekly Live, I'm Russ. Go Buffs!